That is such a wonderful question, Praful. That's so nice you asked me that question because it's going to help so many people. Hi, I'm Parul Chaudhary. I'm an animal communicator and an animal healer. I've been working with animals for a very long time. I'm very passionate about animal healing. I love to see animals healed and disease free. It gives me immense satisfaction. I'm an animal communicator. I talk to animals. I'm a bridge between the pet and the pet parent. I help the pet parent understand their pets better.
Before we continue, we would like to introduce you to our Monkoodog app. It is a personal pet care assistant app that will assist you in taking better care of your pet and making pet parenting easier. The link is given in the description box below.
That is such a wonderful question, Praful. That's so nice you asked me that question because it's going to help so many people. See, losing a pet is not easy. So once you lose a pet, you feel very empty, hollow. You don't know how to go about your normal life routine. But for a pet, it is very different. For a pet, it is very normal to pass on and move on.
Okay.
So in their world, leaving and going is not a major issue. For them, it's like changing clothes. Okay. But for the pet parent, it is very difficult. And what happens when they move on? They go to a different realm. They have their own energy and soul work happening. So they go back, they do their soul work and they come back. Have you ever, you didn't ask me that question, but have you ever realized how does a pet come to our life? A pet chooses us. You never choose your pet. The pet will choose you, that I want to be here. Like I rescued him, it's not I, he chose me as his rescuer to rescue him and get him here, and he has a sole purpose in my life. He is here for a reason. He is here for a reason, probably, whatever XYZ. Say for example, his reason is to help me calm down, not get angry. That is his sole purpose. So he will do everything in his limit, in his capacity to help me calm down and relax. Have you ever seen dogs working with children who have autism or any other kind of processing developmental issues? They are therapy dogs. You've seen dogs everywhere who help blind people. How can they even do that? Do you think just by training the dog you will be able to achieve that kind of a service from him? No, that is his purpose. His purpose is to become a guide dog. So that is how beautiful these creatures are. And once they pass on, they move on from the owner. They go when their sole purpose is over. And if their lifespan is completed because of disease or any other ailment, they go back and send another pet to complete their life purpose. So many a times you'll experience that, okay, people will say, I had a lab, he used to do this thing and this new one is also just like that. Have you ever heard people say that? I've heard it so many times. It's not a coincidence. The new pet in your house is trained by the old one. I had a basset hound before her called Zina. She lived with me for so many years and Scooter is exactly like Zina. No, not because it's just a coincidence, because Zina is always teaching and coaching him because they can hear. For them, this, this veil of people here and the other side of the crossed over life is very thin. They can hear, they can talk. So like all my old dogs come and visit them, talk to them, they can talk very freely. So if a new dog is there, if a pet owner has lost a dog and he got a new dog and he's crying and he is very upset and he's talking to the new one, so the new one will talk to the old one. Look, this one is crying so much and he is missing you. Now what should I do? So he'll say, don't worry, just go and put that paw on him like that. That's how I used to do it. So it is just like that. That's how they communicate with each other. So whenever a pet crosses over, and you can talk to a crossover pet. Suppose you've lost a pet and you want to find out whether he's okay, he's fine, what is he doing, and many a times people have these questions. I have so many crossover pet communications that I do where people come and ask me, we are not sure whether we did enough for the pet who has moved on. So you can talk to the pet, you can ask the pet. Energetically we connect to the pet and find out, was it enough, would you want it differently? And most of the time the answer is, no, it was perfect, this is the way I want it. They choose who's going to be there when the pet is going to cross over. I had a dachshund, she was Zara, she was 9 years old when she passed away, and my son was very small. But he was hardly 4 or 5 years old, and everybody told me, no, why are you taking him? And she is going to the hospital, and we don't know whether she's going to live or not, because she had a cancer in her stomach, and she was in the last stage, and she really fought very well. She decided that my son has to be there. She was very attached to my 4-year-old boy, and she made sure that he goes there when she crosses over. So there are so many such incidences of people and my personal experiences where I know and I have felt the presence of all those animals which have crossed over even in my life till date.
Okay.
They come and they visit you also.
So do you advise the people who lost their pets to get a new one? Because lots of people are so worried, no, I have a good connection with my pet, so I don't want to go through that, the thing that I gone through, because I'm not able to feel that much.
If you go by my advice, I would say yes, because I am a living example. I must have kept at least 100-150 dogs, because at no given point of time I would, as a kid, have less than 30-40 dogs at home. So every time they would pass on, but I always had new pets coming in. Why? I would love to give them a home, because animals are amazing and they change your life, and I always felt that my old ones are always there. They come in the form of my new ones, sometimes as a replica soul, the same soul, sometimes in the form of habits and manners, and most of the time they are all of them connected with each other and talking to each other. So I never feel the loss, though physically yes, I feel the loss. If you say Zina, yes, many a times I still feel that physical loss that I've had, but energetically I know I just have to close my eyes and I have to think about her, and they're all around me and they can connect and talk. And I'm no special, it can happen with you or anybody else who is little mindful and has that connect with that animal can experience that. In a lot of communications, crossover communications that I do with pet parents, they have also experienced, they have also heard voices at their other end and experienced the presence of their pets who have crossed over.
That's amazing.
It is.
Thank you for watching. If you want to ask something about your pet, you can tell us in the comment section below. And if you like this video, do subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for instant notification.